said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest upon me. That is why for Christ's sake I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, persecutions, and difficulties. But when I am weak, then I am strong."
Okay, now, then what ought to be our attitude toward the weaknesses that we have?
I thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
Do you really thank God for your weaknesses? What do you do? When you're weak, what do you do?
Amen.
Huh?
Thank you, Lord.
Because you're weak, it says, my grace is sufficient for you. And then it says, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in needs, in persecution, in distress for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong.
I need you, Lord.
Yes, I need you, Lord. You know, in other words, so when you say, I need you, Lord, what are you doing actually? What are you doing? When you say, I need you, Lord, you are really leaning on God, aren't you? You're trusting in God for your weaknesses, aren't you? That's what you need to do. Because of our weaknesses, what do? We ought to trust God. We ought to lean on God more so than ever before because of our weaknesses. And we need to seek to minimize the impact of your weaknesses. Find out what you don't do well and do less of it. It's very common sense, isn't it? Right? Okay, it's very common sense. This is what I want you to do. Now, I'm going to try to help you to understand what kind of personal style that you are. Open up the page. Do you see the personal style survey?
Yes.
Okay, from 1 through 24. Grab a pen. Grab a pen. Everybody, grab a pen. Okay? 1 through 25. In each row, there's 4 columns, right? A, B, C, D. In each row, just circle only one word that describes you the closest.